Hi, this is Mr. Roche. We are here to work with Arduino and Contact Player. And what we're trying to do is we are working um, to start using like buttons and sensors with the setup that we have. Right now we have a kind of a flow where we run like an Arduino program on an Arduino, which actually controls like a MIDI player. We have Contact, okay, and we're using hairless MIDI to interface between the two of them. And we have this really great thing of Star Wars. And what we want to do tonight is set up to be able to play Star Wars on a button. Okay, so I want to set up a button situation and that you can easily wire in class. And then I want to have the code from Star Wars be able to play on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to modify this, but we're also going to make a 1, 2, 3D circuit thing to review how to make a button. Okay. And then what we're going to start doing is get more buttons and then get different sounds, and then we could kind of make a rhythm thing and go from there. And then that could be installed maybe in a doorway, something like that. Okay, so that's sort of where we are. Okay, so what we've got here is there is an example called Arduino button. You can see it at this website here. Okay, and we're going to use this, and you're gonna wire this circuit. Okay, so what happens here is that power is going here, right? And this will signal on a signal. This gets the signal for the like whether it's on or off, and on that signal we can play Star Wars. That's what we're doing. Okay, so we're looking at it. This is a schematic. This is a resistor. This is a switch. Okay, so the wiring is going to go on here like that, and then we're going to use this kind of structure to play play our song. Okay, that's what's going on. So if we can get this code written and get this wired up, this is kind of a review of wiring. We'd be great. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're going to go into. I made a new um, 1, 2, 3D circuits. You got to go to 1, 2, 3D circuits or circuits EO and make a new uh, electronics lab. Okay, so do this. Go new electronics lab. I don't care. I already made mine. And what we're going to do is we're going to call it Star Wars on a button, and we're going to edit it. Okay, so we're going to follow the example from Arduino and get this done for tonight, and just kind of review what buttons do and things like that. Okay. There's my electronics lab. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to edit it. Okay, and I want to pull out some stuff what we need here. So what do we need here? We're going to need an Arduino. Pull this puppy up. There it is. Okay. Two, we're going to need like a small breadboard. I don't know if we need, let me see if we can find that guy. Two, we're going to need a resistor. Pull that up. Hmm. There we go. All right, one resistor, finally. All right, we're gonna need like a switch, push button switch. Pull that guy up. Okay. I'm gonna use the small breadboard. Like small breadboard. There it is. Okay, and we're going to delete the big breadboard. So just hit delete. Okay. Now what we're basically trying to do is we're trying to replicate the wiring and so forth of the Arduino example. Okay, the Arduino example looks like this. Okay, and we can totally do this. Okay, we don't need this. This is not like important to us. All we care about is that there's a switch. The switch has a kind of a positive side and a negative side. And on the negative side, interestingly, we have two things. And what we're doing is we're using this resistor to get the signal over to here. Straight up, just following the example here, I'm gonna just put my switch right in where it's supposed to go. Okay, kind of like looks like it's like here. I don't care. I'm like copying exactly. Okay, I'm gonna use the thing to turn the resistor, and the resistor needs to be connected to this side of the switch. Okay, and then we need to make a connection to ground. Okay, and make this black. Okay, and then we need this wire to come out to ground. So I can go here, I can make a turn, I can come this way. And that's awesome. I can square everything up, make this black. Okay, that's your ground connection. That's good. Okay. The switch also needs to see 5 volts. So we'll go like this to the 5 volt area. We'll hook this guy up. There we go. Okay. That's 5 volts. We can make this red because that's power. And then 5 volts needs to go to this pin. So I'm just going to make a connection like that. Okay. Make this red. Okay, that seems pretty good. Oh, shoot, I screwed up. Delete that. Let's go right to here. So these guys are connected. Okay. So power goes into here. Okay. This is a really, really big, I think it's a 1K ohm resistor. Okay. Can you see that? It's like 1K ohms. So it's a 1,000 ohm resistor. So it's actually pretty serious. And what it's doing is it's kind of like resisting the current to go through here so that the current will go over here and get picked up by, it looks like it's like R2, okay, or digital 2. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Going to make a turn. And then what we want is we want this guy to connect somewhere in here to this guy, to this connection, okay? And we'll go like this, and I don't know, I just like to make these like cool colors. It looks like they're using blue. I'm going to use turquoise. That's nice. Okay, that's your basic setup. Okay, so we have power to here. Oops, we messed this up. We need to move this guy over to here. It's got to be on this side of the switch. Okay, the switch has sort of sides. And we want this side to be, and these guys, there's 2 poles, so this goes evenly to this one and this one. What we're doing is we're allowing ground, but we're actually resisting the signal so that it will actually like push itself over here. And there's actually sort of a special resistor in here called a pull-up resistor, and that gets kind of activated, and then it'll like be received as a signal in the code. All right. Okay, so now we want to code this puppy. Okay, so here's what happens. Okay, we have this this thing here. Okay, we don't care about any of this stuff at all. Okay. Yep. Let's just take out everything right now except for the loop and the setup. Okay, you need curly brackets on both ends of it. So we'll do that. Okay. So that's what we got. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at the code for the resistor. I mean the button. Okay. So what they did was they set up a constant integer, which means unchangeable, which is almost like a define. I don't really care about that. Okay, but what they do is they have a button pin. Okay, and we actually don't care about the LED pin. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the button pin. LEDs we don't care about. we could put a light in there, but we don't care. So we're going to go like this and make int button pin. That's going to equal 2. Because, let me see if I can get to that thing there. Yeah, because we are running on pin 2. So this 2 is related to this pin, D2, okay? That's what we're doing, okay? And let's see what this thing guy does, okay? So then LED pin we don't care about because we're not gonna like light a light, okay? But button state we actually do, we care about this. So we're gonna make a button state. And initially it's gonna be kind of like off because that's what's going on right now, okay? And then in setup, what we want to do is have the button pin set up for input. Like, see how this, if this is a normal light, like the output, the pin, the Arduino is outputting. Here what we're going to do is we want to have a button pin set up for input. So we're going to go like this and say pin mode. Button pin. And have it set up for output or input. Okay. Which is perfectly legal and good in Arduino language. Okay. Okay. And then basically what we want to do is we want to have a we want to kind of read the pin. So we're going to take this line here, or this button state line, and we're going to do exactly that. So during this loop, we are going to look at the button state, which is this variable, this guy up here, right? And we're going to update it, and we're going to say digital. Okay, we're going to follow this guy, digital read, and it's going to read the button pin. Okay, it's easy, right? Okay, if the button state equals high, meaning it's like you pushed it down, then we're going to just do this. We're going to say play Star Wars. Okay. And that's kind of it. That's all we need to do right now, okay? So, oopsie, I'm going to do this, sorry. Do that, because you need a semicolon at the end of it, okay. So, there needs to be some function, and this is sort of like a low-level computer, so like what's weird is that if you play Star Wars, like this is a function, you need to make the function sort of above it. So we're going to say void. Like that, okay? And this is going to have the code for Star Wars. Now, where does the code for Star Wars come from? Comes from this. Whoopsie, no, not from this, sorry. Comes from this, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. We're going to take the node for Star Wars, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it, I'm going to put it right in here. Oof. Okay, so nodes for Star Wars are now in with the pin. Okay. All right. Now I need the song and the tempo. Okay, those two arrays. So I'm going to copy them. Okay. I'm going to put them right here. Ooh, look at that. All the notes for Star Wars. Okay, and all the tempos for Star Wars. Okay. Okay, sweet. Okay. All good. Okay. We still need stuff to run the MIDI. So I'm going to copy that from the old code. Put this in here above play Star Wars. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I need something that plays a MIDI sound. Okay. And this is a function. So I'm going to do this. Get this. And say play MIDI message. Okay. This is exactly what we did before. Okay. So it's all good. Okay. And then play Star Wars is just this.